Hello out there. I'm Louis Paul. It's The Colors of Prog, Season 5, Episode 14. Soft Machine. Yes, we're discussing Soft Machine today. And I'm calling this episode Soft Machine, Then and Now. Hova Cotton, 1971, was released on the Cuneiform label in 2024. It was released as a limited edition box set of 4 CDs and a limited edition vinyl set is also available. Now, the curious thing about this is that by limited edition, they did a small press run of both of these, the CD set and the vinyl set. And I found on various sites that only so many remained here and only so many remained there in other countries. And it was quite expensive. Now I was searching for something else on, not shilling for Amazon, no politics, but I saw the CD box set at 67% off, which was, wow, ridiculous price. So I got that. It was very interesting. I'm a big fan of Soft Machine um, over the years. So Hova Cotton, or Hova, yes, Hova Cotton, 1971, features 30 tracks over 4 CDs representing 4 different sets from 1971. And it features a classic lineup of Soft Machine with Elton Dean on saxes and piano, Hugh Hopper on bass, Mike Ratledge on a variety of keyboards, including a Fender Rhodes, uh, some guitar, and Robert Wyatt on drums and vocal sounds. Now, this one has an odd history. Much like other British psychedelic bands, early Soft Machine used to perform in front of a light show, psychedelic light show, and projected experimental films and avant-garde films of the time period. In February 1971, Soft Machine performed 2 concerts at an art center near Oslo, Norway. Now, the band's music was integrated into a multimedia experience featuring an art exhibition and short films by painter and filmmaker Mark Boyle. Now, they had worked before with Mark Boyle, but he was exhibiting some paintings and some of his films, his short films, at this event as well. The light show itself, a swell of psychedelic colors and patterns, were often superimposed over repeating footage, sometimes projected on the band while they were on stage. Now, the sets featured music from the band's album titled Third, and they recently completed Fourth, which I believe was unreleased at the time the release was coming up. Both nights' music were recorded on a primitive tape machine connected to the mixing desk. And so right away, our anticipation is like, so what is this going to sound like? Now, portions of the second night's music were released in 2009, titled Live at the Heine Onstad Center in 1971. That's the actual name of the performance space. But the audio quality of the Out on Reel recordings release was sometimes charitable to be at best and sometimes acceptable. Now, at some point, the original tapes from 1971 were located, remixed, and remastered, resulting in the Hova Cotton 1971 box set. Well, how does this sound? Musically, If you are a fan of early Soft Machine, especially the first four albums, and tunes from three and four are highlighted. It's an experimental, sometimes chaotic sounding set of improvised music, some jams, and sometimes some jazzy moments. And it all builds on the basic structure of the songs themselves. I found Night 2 represented on discs 3 and 4 to be a much more calmer, less crazed collection of some of the same songs from the previous night. So they did two sets each night, and that's how it worked out. They played two nights. Set one is on disc one, set two is on disc two, so forth. Amazingly, the tape deck reels attached to the mixing board were in good enough shape to be remixed and remastered, as I said, over to 50 years later. And the results are quite listenable and sonically better than most live documents of the band from this period. Actually, there's been a sudden, well, not so much sudden the past few years, but more so the last 2 years, release of jazz and progressive music um, from radio stations in Europe, other countries, England, well, England's Europe, but you know what I meant. Um, and sometimes tape decks. Now, the Grateful Dead's fans have been recording their music, and the Dead themselves have been recording their music for a long time. But I've just been noticing from Toll to Jaco Pastorius that there's just so much stuff coming out. Fish, the previous singer of Marillion, some shows, and some of it sounds quite good, and some of it's acceptable at best. So let's get back to this. So this sounds really good. My only qualm, I got the CD box set, was that the cardboard, there's four cardboard sleeves inside, plus a small booklet explaining the event and the recording. And the paper sleeves inside each separate uh, cardboard sleeve containing the CD is so tight. I actually needed tweezers to pull out the disc that was in the paper, pull out the paper sleeve, and then we're good to go. But to reinsert it, you actually want to be careful you're not ripping the cardboard sleeve. So it's a little tight there. So was it budgetary or they were trying to do something different? I would have just preferred the CD in the cardboard sleeve. I mean, the addition of the papers, of course, to protect the compact disc, but it's so tight. I actually almost ripped one. Keep that in mind. We're going to jump ahead to 2018's Hidden Details. And the band consists, for that album, of John Etheridge on guitars, and he was with Soft Machine from 75 to 78, and 2004 ongoing. Theo Travis on sax, flute, and keyboards, and he's been with the band since 2006. He was also a former member of Gong. Roy Babington, bass. He played with Soft Machine 71 through 76 and 2006 to 20. And John Marshall, who played Soft Machine, played drums with the band from 72 to 2023. He was in and out of the band. Etheridge replaced Alan Holdsworth, and for a time there was a band featuring various members called Soft Machine Legacy. But my brain hurts trying to figure out how many original Soft Machine members appeared in the Legacy band before it just reverted back to Soft Machine. Hardcore fans would know better than that. The music on Hidden Detail is enjoyable, always in a groove and fits well within the Soft Machine or Soft Machine Legacy um, sound. These are great musicians here, and sometimes we have some jazz motifs, but still anchored in that classic Soft Machine sound. It's a very good collection of tunes, 13 to be exact, and well over an hour of music. So Hidden Details is a pretty terrific late period Soft Machine album. Live at the Baked Potato, yes, released in 2020, was recorded in 2019, and it features music from the Hidden Details album from 2018. And it was 2019 was Soft Machine's 50th anniversary as a band. And it's a terrific live document. Same lineup as on Hidden Details, with Roy Babington and John Marshall both entering their 80s. This would be Babington's last full appearance as a band member. And I think he only appeared on 2 tracks on 2023's Other Doors. So it's a pretty terrific collection of music. So, and John Marshall has also since passed. So then and now. So it's Soft Machine. It's been around for so long. David Allen Gong and was a member too, and it's just so many people have come through, and then the Soft Machine Legacy that I mentioned. There was another ongoing project, and then just the Soft Machine now, and they're still touring, and it's a great, terrific band. But it's nice to hear Robert, the period where Robert Wyatt was still in the band, and this live document from Norway, I believe it was. And so I like this. Yes, Canterbury Sound. Well, I brought that up recently in a program, National Health, and another band. And well, if this is a good representation of the Canterbury Sound, I will take it. Anyway, I enjoyed these Soft Machine recordings, and really interesting to hear a live document from this time period. As I said, sometimes chaotic sounding, but the oral sound of the performance sounds really good for a time period. And these are a new album, recent album, and a recent live album, and it well represents the band as they sounded during this time period. So that's our Soft Machine show. Thanks for watching.